Oh, look at this. A Fanzone scoreboard. What's that? What's that, Jesse? Can you show them?
Yep, Maddie.
Look at that.
There you go.
Look at that. Yeah. Now,
where do I get that lamp? I like the scoreboard, but check out that lamp.
We focus on the scoreboard, not the lamp.
Shaped like the constellation Queen Cassiopeia.
It'd be really cool if that scoreboard was synced to the game in real time and just like showed the score and the time.
Man, that's so crazy, Jesse, because it is.
Oh, wow.
It is. And you can get all 32 NHL teams and all 32 NFL teams with Fanzone. And like Jesse said, synced to the game. So whether the game is on in your house or your in-laws are over and you're trying to look at your phone every once in a while in the bathroom, you will know the score.
So and even better than getting one of those is getting it for free, because if you enter the link and you hit the link in the description right now, you can enter our contest to win one of those Fanzone scoreboards for free.
And if you get one of those scoreboards because you synced it to the game, you'll know every time your team lights the lamp.
Oh, boo. Manual scoring options are also available too, so you can actually control it from home too, which is great. Score now with Fanzone. Click the link in the description. Get yourself one by winning it for free, or you can buy it. Again, fanzonescoreboards.com. I want to talk about Edmonton versus Calgary, because remember, Edmonton lost to the Toronto Maple Leafs. Now, the reality is they're kind of similar in the standings.
Edmonton's, I believe, points per game behind the Leafs.
And
it's cope.
Yeah.
It is.
No, but I'm just saying.
I'm not saying the Leafs are better. I'm just saying things aren't going great.
And it got even worse against
They're definitely
Calgary.
not better.
And you know what's crazy about the video we're about to show you? You get the Leon thing queued up? This comes from the Edmonton Oilers Twitter account, which I have to give them a lot of credit for posting. Yes. It's a bit longer, but trust me, this one's worth the wait.
What do you ultimately think was the difference between you and John?
Leon Draisaitl.
I don't know. We're just giving up too many goals. I don't know. Just can't defend. Penalty kill is not great. But there's many things that are part of it. It's just not good enough right now.
Tristan just sat here and said that he's got to be better. He's got to keep more pucks out of the net, give you guys a chance to win. I guess, what are your thoughts on that?
It goes hand in hand. Like we got to defend better. We got to make it easier on him, and then I'm sure he can be a little bit better too. It's a two-way street, but it starts with us in front of him, and then the game becomes a little bit easier for him. But I think there's saves that our goalies need to make at some point.
So this is a really veteran team that's played a lot of important hockey. You're 58 games or whatever you're into this season, and you're still trying to find your defensive game. Can you, have we hit some critical mass here, do you think, coming into season?
I mean, yeah, absolutely. Like, we're, just not consistent enough, and this league's too hard, to just like lollygag through games and try to get winning streaks going. And
good word.
You need everybody. It starts with coaches, like everybody. Like you're never going to win if you have 4 or 5 guys going, and it starts at the top. We can be better. Our leaders can be better, and we'll take the break and regroup.
Do you think that stems from the fact that you guys have had so much success over the last couple of years that
we can wrap?
No, we're different.
I think
so. He calls out the goalie. He calls out the defensive play, and then he says coaches and people from the top. And I have to say, I loved every second of that.
Yep, I'm going to defend it because I'm seeing a lot out of.
Are people mad at him?
Only one market. Can you guess?
Vancouver?
It is a Canadian market, and it's not Edmonton, and it's not Vancouver.
Not Calgary.
Not Calgary. No, they're loving it.
Who would be mad at this?
Ottawa.
What?
Because of what Jake Sanderson said, and he got skewered for it.
Okay.
So here's where it's completely different. Draisaitl was asked a question, and it is 1, 2, and 3, all about team defense. That's all it's about. Team defense, we can be better. The second question is directly about Tristan Jarry, who says, I need to be better.
Help. Yeah.
No, he said, I need to be better.
Oh, yeah. But then he also said they need to be better in front of me.
Oh, he did? I don't think they told Draisaitl that, but then Draisaitl also said that. So they agree. Then Draisaitl is like, he needs to be better, which is
True.
And here's the difference. This is your multi-million-dollar goalie who you just acquired. Whereas Jake Sanderson, I'm like, Levi Merrilainen, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
There's a big difference there. You could argue they're the same. I think, I mean, they're both obviously rough. They're not nice. But Sanderson apologized for a reason because it was point. Whereas Draisaitl was mostly pointing inward at himself and the rest of the team. He's also like just straight up right. Then he points at the goalie, and he does it in a fairly gentle way.
I thought the coaching call out was big.
Yeah, I mean, if anyone has license, it should be him. He's been one of the biggest superstars in the league for several years, and he knows what this team is capable of. And the Oilers have had to deal with these mistakes for how long? Like, there's a reason no one is worried about the Oilers. And it's because this is what every season is. Every season looks identical.
Yeah, but last year I'd say they looked a lot better than this.
Yeah, but it's still the same shit. They score a lot. They come back a lot. They have to come back a lot because they can't keep the puck out of their net.
Where do you think Andrew Mangiapane ends up?
I still think Toronto.
That's what I thought you were going to answer.
So there was an interesting point in Elliot Friedman's 32 Thoughts about Bobby McMahon is the Leafs want a first for him. But then he makes the point that a lot of the contending teams actually don't have their first.
This year.
I
mean, listen,
yeah,
they have it next
Well,
year.
if I'm the Leafs, I want a 2026
Or
first.
equivalent prospect.
Well,
Which is what that means.
well. So here's, there are contending teams that have two,
Yeah.
like the Islanders. But here's, I think the Oilers are very interesting because I think they can do the 2 seconds and sweeten it by throwing Mangiapane in there. Especially if you retain on McMahon. If you retain half of his salary, he makes less than league minimum. And it expires at the end of the season. So it's the easiest decision the Leafs can make. Right? Like, why wouldn't you retain?
Oh, of course.
on
On a
Bobby
$1.1 million contract, who cares?
Yeah.
Just do it.
So I think he probably, whether McMahon ends up in Edmonton or not, I still think he could come to Toronto.
By way of something, Mangiapane, yeah.
By way of, no. What do you mean?
You said whether or not McMahon ends up in Toronto.
Oh, sorry. Whether or not McMahon ends up in Edmonton, I think Mangiapane ends up in Toronto.
Yeah.
Right. You think no matter what, like even you think there could be a separate deal, even though it's not the McMahon deal. Okay.
Yeah. No, the Oilers need to dump that money.
And
Right.
they also need defense. Toronto does have that.
I think
Like if the Oilers are serious, let's get serious.
they're good partners.
Oliver Ekman-Larsson would be perfect on that blue line.
And you don't have a first. You do have Ike Howard.
And you have a first next year. You've got stuff.
Yeah. I know like Oilers fans were like, that's way too much for Bobby McMahon. We've already covered that. Well, okay, now we throw OEL in the deal.
And Saller retained Bobby McMahon, who cost you 400, 500 grand.
Right? And Mangiapane comes the other way to make the money work. I'm still not sure it exactly works, but there are things.
If the Oilers are serious, they should get a guy like Oliver Ekman-Larsson. I think he'd be phenomenal for their back end. They need more puck movers back there. Yes, he's old,
Versatile,
but
too.
he's a versatile
Plays
on a
both sides.
low cost deal based on how he plays. And it's only a couple more years after this one.
2.
So it's
2 at 3.5
2.5 or something.
ish. Yeah, less than
cares?
4.
If I'm the
nothing.
Oilers, I'm focusing on the forward group.
Really?
To be honest, yeah. As if I'm sending out assets, I think it's much more important to get something to solidify that middle six as opposed to doing the back end where you already have Wallman and Bouchard and Nurse. Like you got guys, I think, who can move the puck. So I'm looking for a
Do you go
forward.
defensive D, like maybe lower end, like a Benoit?
I'm going forward is what I'm looking
No,
for
but
first.
do you throw one in there, like a depth guy, or no?
Sure. Yeah. They got enough to go get every little position they want. Like, I think you would upgrade that more than a puck mover.
Okay.
We had the same conversation last year. What is easier to do if you're the Edmonton Oilers? Bolster your D or just become scarier up front? Because if you're able to come to any series scarier up front than they already are, man, like what kind of a D-core do you have to put together to stop that? The answer, I believe, is whatever the Florida Panthers have done.
And McDavid, McMahon coming down together would be pretty scary.
McDavid, McMahon, Kapanen is just
all speed.
And you could put them on 3 different lines. That's insane speed. Oh yeah, I already said McDavid. Hyman, Nuge, Draisaitl, friggin' Podkolzin was very good. The deeper the playoffs got last year, dude.
So the one thing Leon said in there that I think was important was he mentioned the winning streaks, and the winning streak thing has been a big point for the Edmonton Oilers because they still haven't put together 3 consecutive regulation wins in a row. They had a winning streak of 3, what was it, like last week, 2 weeks ago, but 2 of those wins came in overtime. And then that was the only 3-game winning streak they've had all season long. The years of the past, you've seen the Oilers start so slow, and then sometime in the winter months, they go on a tear.
Yeah.
It's like, oh my God, in their last 15 games, the Oilers are 12-3. And they haven't had any of that this season. And that's got to be a little concerning because you want to see a team put together just a decent stretch of good hockey for like 2 weeks.
Yep.
And that hasn't existed for this team. So I'm hopeful that they get this thing together because I think this will be a really fun team in the playoffs if they look like the Edmonton team of the last couple of years. So if I were to bank on anything, it's that they come back from the Olympic break and they put together a good little string of wins.
Game 1 of the playoffs starts tomorrow. Who are the Oilers starting?
In net, Jari.
You think not Connor Ingram, huh? Because I think he's been better, hasn't he?
So here's the thing. They have identical. So Ingram has played 13 games. Jari has played 11, but they both have 6-4-1 records. Ingram is an 897. Jari is an 870.
Can I give you the guy who should be starting?
Calvin Pickard.
Stuart Skinner.
Oh,
Should have never made that deal. That was a bad move.
yeah. Why did
They should-
why
you
did
should've
they
done
get
something else.
Jari?
So he was
All
an
the guys.
891.
Jari was the wrong guy.
He was an 891 when they traded him. Oh, I thought he'd be much better. In Pittsburgh, he's 8-4-1, which is very good. But he's actually an 887.
Am I crazy to say that a lot of what Stan Bowman's future in Edmonton is based on? It will be based on what happens in March and April. Like,
You think?
I think,
man.
like I know they're going to the playoffs and stuff, but like, it's tough to argue that he's made the team better than what Ken Holland did. It is. I mean, tell me,
That's tough.
the Oilers team, I think, of the last 2 Stanley Cup runs, that is better is the first one. It had more depth. It had better players. I know Holland didn't get Broberg, and
They took Florida deeper.
they did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you think about the guys they lost. Fogle, who was just gonna, he was gonna make more money, whatever.
McLeod,
But Broberg was a big loss.
Broberg,
They've lost CC.
Holloway.
Holloway, Broberg was, Holloway's not had a great year this year.
That's a lot of guys, man.
It is. And that always happens, right?
Yeah,
You're going to
of
have
course.
that with teams. But I'm starting to think I'm not really impressed with Stan Bowman's general managership. And I wasn't in Chicago either.
Well, and like think of some of the guys they brought in to supplant, for secondary scoring. Jeff Skinner, Victor Arvidsson,
Yeah.
Andrew Mangiapane. It's not a great list.
I mean, I will always go back to this. This is a man that intelligent. He said, I'm super intelligent. Let me trade Artemi Pinar into the Blue Jackets. Like this.
And
I don't get it.
And allow me, Oilers fans screaming at the screen. Trent Frederick.
Oh, yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
Oh, that's one of the worst signings ever.
Man. Unless he comes back next season.
And plays like he did.
Yeah. Because again, he had back-to-back seasons in Boston where I'm like, yeah, absolutely. You pay that player.
Maybe not 8
He
years.
has 3 points.
Yeah,
In
you don't.
55
I don't.
games.
I never understood the thing where we need to get him to 8 years. I guess it was to bring the AAV down.
That's insane.
But like Panarin can't get a 4-year deal.
Does Stan Bowman, who is Trent Frederick's agent, and does Stan Bowman send him a glitter bomb every day?